One disgusting secret that more men need to understand about women is that women need to be trained on how to treat you. It's like training a dog. The least trainable dogs are the ones that are spoiled. Spoil the dog with treats and they will not be motivated to give you any tricks.
So fellas, in my recent video, I was telling you that you need to deal with women like a rescue dog because a woman is paradoxical and counterintuitive. 9 times out of 10, she reacts negatively to your emotional availability and she reacts positively to your emotional unavailability. She pulls away when you push and she pushes and has a desire to sniff you out when you pull away, just like a rescue dog. But today, in the video, I want to delve into push and pull dynamics a little further and discuss how to lead your woman, aka how to train your dog. And when I say lead, remember, you never have a leash on the woman. So the woman is choosing to follow you and choosing to be led by you. The woman is free. I'll say that again. The woman is free. And one of the biggest mistakes a man makes is that he attempts to put a leash on the woman, which ironically is the easiest way for the woman to run away or stop performing the tricks you want to see, regardless of the treats. But anyway, let's watch the full video and then let's get into it.
So why are you doing this with women? I'm working with one of my clients right now and he has been hung up on this girl for 2 years. It's a friend of his and he was always the one initiating. He was bringing her out on friend dates and I said, hey, no, stop. Why are you continuing to give her treats when she's not giving you the tricks that you want? Cut the initiation. Have her come to you. Stop bringing her out on dates. Group activities. They all ended up going out. She gets to see him in a new light with all of his friends. She now understands the hierarchy. She starts reevaluating him.
Fellas, I can't stress how important pulling away is. Every time you pull away, you step into your independence. And when you step into your independence, you inject new energy into the dynamic, new vitality into the dynamic. There is nothing more the woman fears than your independence. There is nothing more the woman is attracted to than your independence. When you pull away, you force the woman to reflect, to reevaluate, and to recalibrate. The woman won't reflect on her behaviors and she won't reevaluate the dynamic whilst you are pushing. You have to pull away in order for the woman to think.
She realizes that she needs to put in effort to start getting the reward, which is him. And now that they're consistently sleeping together, he went from chasing her to choosing whether or not he wants to stay with her. A much more powerful place to be.
When I speak to you guys, the vast majority of you guys are in horrible dynamics with women. You're doing the wrong things. The woman's superpower is her beauty. Your superpower is your independence. Too many of you guys are worried about your woman leaving. You mean to tell me your woman holds both the beauty card and the independence card? The woman is supposed to be worried about you leaving. This is the reason why you guys can't get women to cook for you, clean up for you, serve you, nurture you, or sleep with you. Because she holds both the beauty card and the independence card. The entire dynamic needs to be on the backs of the woman being afraid you will leave. Every dynamic you enter into needs to be where you are choosing whether you stay or whether you leave. You are the independent man. You are the man that is attached to nothing. You are not codependent like your woman. You are an independent man. You have no ties to anything, including the love that you have for the woman. So if you guys don't have independence on your side, you also don't have vitality on your side. Independence and vitality are the two biggest things the woman is attracted to. If you don't have these things on your side, then you are subservient to the woman, or you will be subservient to the woman, and then the woman will decide whether to stay or leave.
This is how I know I ain't ready for nothing. Because my little trick right there, you see him? Yeah. He is so nice to me. He's so nice to me. He be tricking. He likes to take me out. He likes to literally hand me money. All the things I said I wanted. But I don't want him. I don't like him. He annoys me. That's how I know I ain't ready for nothing. Because all I keep thinking about is the dude that don't do shit for me. And I miss him.
See? This right here show y'all, man. Men, pay attention, man. Women, they don't care about you leading with money. They gon' with whoever they like. The brokest niggas, they gon' still fuck them. So stop leading with y'all money, man. Tell me what y'all thinking of thought.
Fellas, this is the reason why you cannot establish or qualify for the beast archetype. I've told you guys in my work so many times that the best dynamic you can have with a woman is the beauty and the beast archetype, because this is the archetype where you as a man do not jump through hoops. This is the archetype where you as a man have the lowest expectations. The woman expects nothing from you when she perceives you as a beast. She sees you as independent. She sees you as full of vitality. She sees you as something that comes and goes, something that won't come back if there is no calories, if there is no sex, if there is no care, if there is no softness. This is how the woman perceives you. This is what motivates the woman to offer you pleasure, comfort, and security. But when you don't represent the beast, you're motivated to offer the woman pleasure, comfort, and security. And when you are motivated to offer the woman pleasure, comfort, and security, she finds you annoying. I'll say that again, she finds you annoying. When she identifies that you're motivated to offer her pleasure, comfort, and security, this is when you begin to irritate her. The beast never irritates the woman. That's the woman's role. The woman irritates the beast. The woman is annoying. The feminine is annoying. The masculine isn't annoying. If women are telling you guys that you annoy her, or you're annoying her, or she finds you annoying, or you're irritating her, you're not doing the dynamic correctly. What you guys need to understand is that the beast, just by his existence, offers the woman pleasure, comfort, and security. He is an independent man full of vitality. The woman feels safe around that man. The woman knows that this man will protect me. And the woman is so wet, so attracted, sexually attracted to the beast archetype, that she is compelled to sleep with you. So the beast offers pleasure. The man's existence alone, when the man understands his power, his existence alone attracts the woman to him and compels the woman to nurture him and to take care of him and to clean up for him. But you can never represent the beast archetype if you don't represent independence and vitality. If you don't represent the beast archetype, the woman will play the role of the cat archetype, and she will turn herself into a little beast where you don't know whether she's coming or going, whether she will stay or leave. If you don't have the calories, the pleasure, the security, the care, and the chasing after her for her, then she's going to go and sip the milk from the neighbors. And this is something you're afraid of. This is how you men are unable to eliminate the woman's promiscuity, or at least reduce the woman's promiscuity. This is how you reduce the woman's promiscuity. She needs to see you as independent. She needs to see you as something that decides whether it stays or leaves. The beast is very fleeting. The beast is very elusive. The beast doesn't stay for too long. The beast never overstays his welcome. These are the natural dynamics, the natural compulsion that makes the woman pursue you, chase you. She's always thinking about how to grow this connection closer and more firmer with you. This keeps her busy. She's just considering your belly. Have you eaten today? Have you rested today? You're working too hard. Come, relax. Let me look after you. I've steamed the sheets. I've steamed the pillow. Come, I've made the bed for you. I will suck it for 40 minutes. Come and relax. Let me nurture you. Let me look after you. You work so hard. All right, so my intro is nearly finished. You know I make the most longest intros of all time. Before I get into the main body of the video, I want you guys to think for a second. Stop listening to all of the antisocial ideologies, all of the pessimistic viewpoints that are telling you that the world has never been worse than it is today. This is such a ridiculous notion. If you stop listening to all of the crap that people say today, you'll be able to see all of the opportunities. More women today live by themselves than ever before. Do you know how good that is for us? Do you actually understand how much of an advantage that is for us? Regardless if you have your place, you should be trying to go over to the woman's place. You going over to the woman's home and then leaving is the best and most attractive dynamic you can create for the woman. That fits the beast archetype and stereotype perfectly. The fact that the beast comes and goes. In nature, most females nest. They have a home. The male, roams. He's independent. He is outside. Right? The woman in her nest can never guarantee that the male will come back. This is a perfect dynamic that you can sit in. Of course, you can play the beast and the beauty and the beast dynamic from your home. You can do that as well, but it works so much better when you're going to the woman's home and when you're leaving the woman's home, where the woman has to prepare for you and she's providing a space for you. The pleasure, the comfort and security, she's providing it for you, if that makes sense. Furthermore, you want the woman to prepare for you. You don't really want to be preparing for the woman. You just don't want to do that in general. There's a dynamic there. There's a power thing going on there. If the woman's coming around to your home, I would let this woman know that I did not tidy up for you, innit? If the woman comes into the home, she's like, right, it's a bit messy here. And they'd be like, that's a perfect opportunity for you to tidy it up then.
All right, so guys, when we're talking about push and pull dynamic, what you need to understand is that this is how the man needs to conceptualize it. The man leads the dynamic. It's the man's job to balance the dynamic, and it requires balance. You can't push too hard and you can't pull away too hard. All right. And it's your job as the man, as the leader, to balance the dynamic. All right. So this is from the man's perspective. This is from the woman's perspective. All right. The woman reacts to what you do. She reacts to what you do. The woman, who is supposed to be the woman who's experiencing the dynamic, the man provides an experience. The woman has an experience provided for her. All right. So the woman reacts to you. Depending on how you balance the dynamic, how you lead the dynamic, will depend on how the woman acts, how the woman reacts to you. So this, when I use this is the female's perspective, the woman's perspective. All right. She's just trying to figure out how to act, how to react to the man standing in front of her. She's having the experience provided for her. How is she going to react? You are not having the experience provided for you. This allows you to balance and lead the dynamic. The woman cannot provide an experience for you. The woman doesn't have empathy. You have empathy. You're the only person who can provide an experience for the woman. You're the only person who can create a democracy. The woman can only create a totalitarian regime. She only knows how to be a dictator. She can't create a democracy. If you want a fair democracy where everyone's getting what they value and think, and there's equity and all of this stuff like that, you create that dynamic. The woman will only create a hellish dynamic. She doesn't have any empathy. She's unable to put her thoughts, feelings, motivations, and fears to the side to do this, but you are. And if you're a man and you're unable to put your thoughts, feelings, motivations, and fears to the side, then you can't do this. You can't balance the push and pull dynamics. You need empathy to be able to even notice when it's tilting too far in a certain direction.
So, how to train your dog. And remember, this dog has no leash. When we are training a dog, we use something called classical conditioning. All right, so when the dog is doing what we want them to do, we reward them with a treat. When the dog isn't doing something we want them to do, we don't reward them. We give them a punishment. What is a reward, aka a treat, and what is a punishment is completely up to you. You are the man. You lead the dynamic. You decide what the reward is and you decide what the punishment is. A man who is really bad at this will provide a massive reward, and a man who is really bad at this will provide a small punishment, or maybe the punishment is way too big than what it should be. A treat is a treat. It is a small piece of the cake. A man who is really bad at this will give the woman the entire cake as a reward. What I train and coach you guys to do is what the beast archetype, the man who represents the beast, will do. The reward is his presence, is his validation, is his approval, is access to him. A man who is unfamiliar with the concepts and the teachings I pass on to you guys, the reward will be marriage, a trip across the world, a Bentley. The reward is too big. You don't want to condition the woman to such a big reward. At some point, it is not going to make any sense. It's going to expend too much resources. It's going to expend too much emotion, too much energy, too much time for you to continuously rewarding the woman with the reward. This is also the reason why men shouldn't be romantic. Men shouldn't lead with romance, because you will condition the woman to that stimuli. A stimuli that most men don't enjoy, and a stimuli that is too big of a reward. Your reward should be validation, your presence, access to you, proximity to you. The punishment is when you take these things away, when you pull these things away. This is how you condition the woman. This is how you train the dog. This is how you teach all sentient life forms how to behave. This is how you condition everybody around you how to treat you. I have blocked countless amounts of people from my page on all platforms. I've been asked numerous times if they can be unblocked. They have apologized and asked if they can be unblocked. Why? Because I took away what they had access to as a punishment. This is how I teach even people online how to treat me and how to act when they're in my domain.
As a man, this is how you treat the woman. You give her what she wants. This is a form of pushing. You give her the warmth she seeks, the consistency she seeks, the reassurance she seeks, the certainty she seeks, the predictability she seeks, the codependency she seeks, the commitment she seeks, the safety she seeks. And you give this to her in small pieces, small slices. You don't give her the full cake. You give this to her in small slices. This prompts her to want to get more. It validates her. It makes her feel good. She feels good about herself. She feels like she's earned something and she's doing a good job. This keeps her busy. This puts her in her feminine to want to get more slices. She wants the whole cake, but you give this to her in bits and pieces. Understanding that she will allow this to get to her head. And at some point, she's going to do naughty things. At some point, she is going to act in a way to where you need to pull away. This is, as a man, this is how you punish the woman. You take away the thing she wants. You give her what she doesn't want. You give her your coldness. And it's the same thing in small slices. A man who's really good at this will do this subtly. This needs to be done subtly so the woman doesn't think you're playing games. If the woman thinks you're playing games, she's going to think you're very invested in her, too invested in her. She's going to think you're orbiting her. She's going to think you're reactionary. You don't want her to think you're reactionary. You want her to think you're an independent person, a beast who is drifting away, who probably will go elsewhere to get the things that he wants. You give her coldness, inconsistency, nonchalance. You walk away, you give her tension, you erect those boundaries. These boundaries is going to make her feel like you're keeping her out of a shared emotional space with you. You give her unpredictability, you give her uncertainty. This is how you conditioned a woman. This is how you balance the dynamic. When you don't get this balance correctly, when you are pushing too hard, she will control you. She will pull away because you're not providing her any space to push. You're leaving her with the only thing she can do, the only way she can react to you, the only way she can act to you, which is to pull away. When the woman is pulling away, she is suppressing her emotions. She is actively not feeling the full spectrum of her emotion because in order to control you, she can't be in a place of emotions. All right. Remember, I said in order to lead the dynamic, you actually can't be the person who's having the feeling all of your feelings. And so if you, the man, is feeling all of your feelings, the woman naturally will take on the role that's not being played, which is the masculine role, which is the role of the leader, the role of where you're having your feelings suppressed. Remember, as a man, when you're dealing with women, you have to suppress your feelings. You have to be in an inhibited parasympathetic place, a place to where you are actually operating from low arousal. Your high arousal is unattractive to the woman. Your high arousal will mean that you won't be able to lead the dynamic correctly. So the woman will suppress her arousal, and the only thing the woman knows how to do when she's pulling away is position herself into positions of power and authority over you. Fellas, what you need to understand, this is the difference between a man and a woman. A man naturally represents power. How the man naturally is, how the beast naturally is that he's powerful. He unconsciously, subconsciously acts in a way that puts him into a position of power and authority over the woman. Over the woman. When the woman is pulling away, she will role play as the man. So she will purposefully put herself into positions of power and authority over you. This is the only thing the woman does when she pulls away. When a woman pulls away, she is only controlling you. There is no other pathway to go unless she's trying to leave and exit. So, what do these positions of power and authority look like? A man who is masculine, a man who has a purpose, a higher calling he's working towards, a man who has a lust for life, not a lust for women, okay? A man who is driven by obligation, driven towards a goal, will naturally place himself into these positions of power. He doesn't even place himself into these positions of power. The woman places herself into a submissive role. So she sees you as placing yourself into these positions of power. So when she pulls away, when she pulls herself into the masculine, she will actively place herself into the opposite position when she is dealing with a masculine man. Right? So she's submissive. When she's dealing with a masculine man, she's submissive. When she's dealing with a subservient man who is pushing too hard, who is playing the role of the feminine, this is the position she will place herself in. She's doing this to try and keep the relationship going because she understands unconsciously, subconsciously, and even consciously that you both can't play the role of the feminine. You both can't be in a position to where you're feeling all of your feelings. Somebody needs to lead the dynamic, guys, all right? Women aren't whimsical like you guys are whimsical. She understands that somebody needs to lead the dynamic. This world is full of danger. She's always looking for safety. So when you present yourself as someone who's feeling all of their feelings, she takes the masculine role, all right? And what this looks like is, for example, the man who is leading the dynamic, who is in the positions of power and authority, this man confiscates things from the other person. In an intersexual dynamic, only one person is confiscating things from the other person. This is the role of the withholder. All right, as I said, when you know what you're doing, when the woman is doing something wrong, he will confiscate the things he's given her. When the roles are flipped, the woman will confiscate the things she's given you. So what she will do is she'll identify whatever it is a treat to you, whatever it is you like the most, and she will take it away from you. This is usually sex and affection, fellas. This is sex and affection, fellas. All right? When the woman is placing herself into positions of power and authority over you, she will be the person who grants permission, and she will make sure that you are the person who is asking her for permission. That's a normal dynamic, like a parent-child dynamic, like a boss-employee dynamic. When she places herself into positions of power and authority over you, she will be the person who is allowed to express her emotionality, the person who is allowed to just naturally, the person who is able to subject the other to their mood. All right. The only people who are able to do this are babies, because babies have a degree of power over us, and your boss. The masculine man, the beast, subjects other people to its mood. It doesn't people please, and it doesn't mask. All right. So if he's moody, he's just moody. If he's angry, he's just angry. If he's irritated, he's just irritated. If you don't want to talk, you just don't want to talk. If you want silence, he just wants silence. He's independent, and the woman works around this. When a woman is dealing with an attractive, sexy, masculine man, she is subjected to his mood. When the roles are reversed, she will subject you to her mood. Only your boss is able to just feel how he wants to feel. You need to come into work with a certain attitude every day, or you'll lose your job. The baby just subjects you to whatever mood the baby's in as well. All right, and this is what the woman will do to you. Emotionality. The man, the masculine man who's leading the dynamic, subjects the woman to his emotionality. He doesn't allow the woman to subject him to her emotionality. This is a power dynamic, guys. All right, the we need to talk. I told you guys in the previous video, when a woman says we need to talk, you say, nah, I don't feel like talking, G. We don't need to talk. Only your parent does this. This is what your mom says. This is what your dad says. It's a position of power and authority. The woman, when she's pulling away, these are the things that she's going to make sure she is in a powerful, dominant role with. All right? You need me. I don't. You need me, man. I don't need you. This is the role of the independent person. The man who is independent, whoever's independent in that dynamic, this is what the role they place themselves into. The masculine man is naturally like this. This is how the woman feels in response to the man's vitality, the man's independence, the man's choice of options, the man who comes and goes. All right? It feels like she needs him and he doesn't need her. She will flip this dynamic and be the person who is acting like this towards you. Surveillance. All right? I said this in a previous video. All right? This is the boss dynamic as well. But as a man, you shouldn't surveil your woman. It shows too much interest. It shows too much investment. You shouldn't be so concerned about what the woman is doing when you're not there. You should not be the type of person, give me your password. Let me see this. Let's put the GPS in there. This is not what the independent man does. This is not what the beast does. All right? This is what people who are insecure about their position of power and authority does. All right? There are a lot of women who would want you to do this to her, but it's even more attractive and it's more sexy. You hold more power when you don't even play this role. But you do not allow the woman to play this role to you. This is how she's trying to covertly seek power over you. The person in the position of power and authority usually does not care about its subordinates' privacy. Like your mum will just burst in the door, even though you've asked her so many times not to knock. Again, this is another role that I don't think you should play because it can come back onto you. All right. And as I said, it's not really the language of a man. The independent man, the beast, is all about privacy. It's his higher value. All right. It's his higher value. This is how you condition the woman to give you privacy, but you do not allow the woman to burst into your room without knocking. This is a brilliant opportunity to punish the woman. I use this opportunity all the time to punish the woman, and it's very, very sexy to the woman. She'll feel your power. All right. what the woman will do is that she'll become the judge and the police. All right? No. You don't ask no questions. I ask the questions round here. She'll interrogate you. She'll demand that you give her answers. You do not allow the woman to do this to you. All right? But as the man, as the beast, you bloody do this. You do this. Yeah? Listen, if I'm talking to you, you're going to give me some answers, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what the beast does. This is what the independent man does. You're the judge. You're the police. But as I said, you don't do this from an insecure place. All right? And as I said earlier in the video, she will make herself entitled. She will be the cat. This is her mimicking the beast, mimicking the independent man. She's mimicking that. This is when she makes herself into the little beast and flips the dynamic on its head, where you're chasing it, where you're trying to provide it with comfort, pleasure, security. You are so worried about its promiscuity. You are so scared it's going to start sipping the milk from another person, because this is how she feels about the beast. She feels like the beast is entitled because the beast just rocks up, comes into the house, chucks his shoes there, pisses and shits to the toilet, doesn't flush the toilet sometime. He comes and goes, he munches all the fucking food. He feels like the food is his. He feels like the pussy is his. The woman feels your entitlement.
All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate the support so much. On another video, I'll talk more about the romantic pathway, but I always talk about these things in my videos anyway. You know, if you want more, go and watch my other videos. It will be there. All right. Thank you guys so much. Please continue to support the page. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Anybody that I haven't gotten back to yet, I'm just busy, honestly. I don't ignore anybody. I'm just really, really busy. And I'm trying to do a million things at once. I'll get back to everybody eventually. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.